Want to try Facebook ads, but you're scared of wasting money? Let's fix that. Facebook ads can work really well. I love them. And I can actually see when my clients start Facebook ads because we see a bump, right? Even the whole overall brand will actually see a bump. Even your AMS ads will work better if you start pushing people from Facebook ads. It's all about your targeting. It's all about how you set things up. It really does matter. All those pieces matter. But the best thing about why Facebook ads can work is you can continue to reach readers that you can't find organically, but the targeting is really awesome. The targeting capabilities are great in there. So let's talk about how we could start small. If you start small in Facebook, I've heard people say, oh, you have to have testing at like $200 a day. You have to spend $100 a day. That's not true. Start with $5 a day. Start with a low daily budget. Test different audiences using attribution links and other markers that will help you know what's testing correctly and what's not. And then keep testing, keep trying, and then you can start to scale. When you see a return, you know you're doing something correctly. If you don't see a return, something's not right, and you got to get in there and figure out what it is. You also want to make sure and choose the right campaign objective. Traffic or conversions for book sales. Traffic is for if you are trying to target to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Apple. Any of these other platforms that you don't own is where you want to send traffic ads. Conversion ads are strictly for book sales on your own direct store. This could be WooCommerce, Shopify, using PayHip, using anything like that where you actually own it and you have connected your own Facebook pixel to it. If you haven't connected it and you don't own it, you do not have the correct setup for conversion ads and they will not work. You'll just be dumping money. Audience basics. You really need to understand that your interest versus custom audiences are two different things, okay? You need to understand what the demographics are of your reader, who you're targeting, who you should be targeting, and who your ideal reader is. If you don't know those things, you're probably not writing a book to market either. So you really need to make sure that you understand what your genre is, who your reader is, who your subgenre is, and what the message is that you're trying to share. Some key metrics that you're going to want to watch are CTR, which is click-through rate, your CPC, which is cost per click, and your relevance score. I don't love the relevance score, but it is something to kind of keep track of because Facebook charges you based on how relevant it is, okay? You also have your engagement, your frequency, impressions, blah, blah, blah. There's so many metrics. Most important metric to keep track of is how much am I spending? How much am I making? Okay, I want you to avoid targeting too broadly, especially if you have a page where the message isn't very clear and Facebook isn't quite sure what it is that you are focusing on in your page. So if you have been writing sweet romances and suddenly you switch over to steamy romances and you're trying to target steamy readers, do not let Facebook put you towards the Advantage Plus program because they will be targeting your original style of readers and you will have some very unhappy readers that might be buying your books, okay? You also want to avoid not testing creative. So make sure you're testing your creatives. This could be your text, this could be your images, this could be just the way the call out looks, the call to action, learn more, shop now, right? All of that works. And please do not ignore the data. Your data is there to help you make a wise and educated decision. If you're not sure, come check us out in HiveMind. We will talk to you about the right kind of ways to have your data, right kinds of steps to take to fix your data, and what looks good and what doesn't look good, and how to scale and how to grow, and if you're actually shooting a dead horse. Just keep in mind that ads don't have to be scary, guys. Just test, learn, and adjust. That's really the biggest thing that you have to do with any kind of ad program or any ad platform. When you go into it with a strategy in mind and all of your other pieces are in place, it really is fun to start your marketing and start your ads and watching everything grow. Okay, guys, click like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.